King Icky Boo, coming to you live from Philadelphia, where we are going to witness today a historic event. Game 7 of the 1952 World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Philadelphia Phillies. It has gone the distance, and this will be decided here today. You just saw the first play of the game. It is an error by Granny Habner, and Avila is at first base. We will go through the lineups for you first of all, for the Cleveland Indians. The American League champions of 1952, leading off and playing second base, Bobby Avila. Batting second and playing left field, Dale Mitchell. Batting third and playing third base, L-Rosen. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Ray Boone. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Larry Doby. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Wally Westlake. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Luke Easter. Batting eighth, the catcher, Joe Tipton. Forgot his first name. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Bob Lemon. For the National League champions, the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off for the Phillies, Richie Ashburn in center field. Batting second, Johnny Wyrostek in right. Smokey Burgess is batting third. He's the catcher. Del Ennis is the left fielder, batting fourth. Eddie Waitkus is the first baseman, batting fifth. Granny Habner, we already talked about him, making the error, is the shortstop, batting sixth. Connie Ryan, the second baseman, batting seventh. Willie Jones, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Curt Simmons, the pitcher, left-handed pitcher, batting ninth. He has already won in the game. He won game 3 of this series. Shut out the Indians 3-0. And we will continue this game. So, as we said, Avila has reached first base with the error. And here's Dale Mitchell. He is one of the greatest hit-and-run men in history, as he... How many times did he strike out? Let's see. He struck out in real life a total of 9 times in 571 plate appearances, and in the replay he struck out 13 times. He was the American League batting champion with a .353 batting average. So he is going to hit and run here. And Simmons throws to first, and Avila gets back safely. There goes Avila, and he is safely at second base. Here's Rosen. He underachieved versus real life, as you can see. In real life, he had 28 home runs. In the replay, only 21. RBI is 105 versus 90. Average 302 versus 252. So the Indians won the pennant in 1952, even though their best player did not have the greatest of seasons. But we will see who did have the greatest of seasons, and that's the reason why the Indians are here, but we'll talk about him later. Right now it's Rosen's turn in the spotlight. Strike one to Rosen. Simmons, an excellent left-handed pitcher, and as seems so often, Rosen pops up. Must be a pop-up gene somewhere coded into his batting stats. Here is Ray Boone, the cleanup hitter today, in spite of only hitting 8 home runs all year long. Ball 1 to Boone. 2-1 to Boone. Avila still at second base, hoping to get driven in here this inning. Fouled it off. 2-2 to Boone. Full count to Ray Boone. His last full year in the Indians lineup. He will be traded in 1953 to the Tigers, where he will thrive. And they walked him. So here comes the heart and soul for the Indians, Larry Doby, and he, unlike L-Rosen, exceeded all expectations in the 1952 season. 32 home runs in real life, 46 in the replay. You can see his numbers were up tremendously, substantially across the board. hit 44 more RBIs than he did in real life. And he has an opportunity to drive some more in here. Although in the World Series he is 2 for 21 with no home runs and no RBIs. So he will hopefully get off the schneid here. Although he's facing a tough left-handed pitcher. 1-1 to Doby. 2-1. And the umpire, the umpire thinks it's going to get out of play. Let's hope so. And it does. 2-2 to Doby. 3-2 to Doby. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out, as he's done several times here in this World Series, and the Phillies fans go wild. Here's Bob Lemon. Bob Lemon had an excellent season. He had a record of 23 wins and 9 losses, very similar to his real-life numbers, although his ERA was quite noticeably lower with a 2.09 ERA. And he's leading off against Lemon is Richie Ashburn. And he leads off with a hit, maybe 2. It is. And they get the leadoff hitter to second base. Here's Johnny Wyrostek. He's batting .333 in the World Series, 7 for 21. Ground ball. Will Richie advance? He does. So Indians are going to bring in the infield in. We don't want any cheap runs here in the first inning. Already the pressure's on the Indians. Been behind, playing from behind all series long. This could be deep enough to score Ashburn, and it is 1-0 Philadelphia. So already the Phillies are ahead in this crucial Game 7. 2-2 to Del Ennis, and that's hit hard, but right to Doby, who makes the play. So at the end of one inning, the Phillies won and the Indians won. As you might be aware, these two teams were not the actual participants in the actual 1952 World Series. That was famously between the Yankees and the Dodgers. But Phillies really played well in this season, especially the pitching staff. It makes you wonder why they did poorly in real life when they had the pitching staff that they have in 1952. So that's why they're here, although they have a lot of hitters that did much better than real life, like Granny Hamner. I mean, he batted, look at these numbers difference, 17 home runs in real life, 31 in the replay. RBIs, OPS, they really did well in this season. Here's Wally Westlake to lead off the second for the Indians, and he leads off with a base hit. So Westlake is on, and here is Luke Easter, 31 home runs, 82 RBIs in the replay, only batted .236, and in the World Series he has no home runs, 2 RBIs, and a .227 batting average. Strike 1 to Easter. Quick 2 strikes on Easter. Simmons looks very sharp here this afternoon. Fly to center field, that should be caught, and it is. Westlake goes back to first. Here is Joe Tipton, the catcher. He's batting 1 for 4 in this World Series. He pops it up. Will this be out of play? I believe it is. Strike 1 to Tipton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pick off, and Westlake gets back. 2 balls and a strike. 2-2 to Tipton. That's popped up and out of play. Still 2-2. Just waiting for it to get out of there. Okay. And he struck out. So here's the pitcher Bob Lemon, one of the better hitting pitchers in major leagues. But it looks like he popped out here at the end of the inning. And that's it. So here is Eddie Whitekiss. He is batting 4 for 22 in the World Series. And it looks like a line drive, and it caught by Westlake. for 1 out. Here's Hamner. And he walks. Brings up Connie Ryan. Ground ball to Boone. And he just gets the 1. So here's Willie Jones. He had a good regular season with 25 home runs, 88 RBIs. Much better than real life. In the World Series, always struggling with a 2 for 22. Strike 1 to Jones. Ball hit hard, but right to Easter makes the play. And that's the end of the 2nd inning. Here's leadoff hitter Bobby Avila for the Indians. Let's see if we can get this one back. Foul ball. Drive, but easily caught by Ashburn. 1 away. Here's Mitchell, who had that hit and run and advanced the runner, but here he pops out. Assuming so. And he does. Here's Rosen, 2 for 23 in the World Series and gets a base hit. Only his 3rd of the series. 72% chance of a steal. Let's go for it. We need a run. Here's the throw. He's safe. Okay, now we need Boone is 2 for 3 in the World Series. Let's hope he continues that good record with a base hit here to tie the ball game. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1 to Boone. Hits it hard. It's deep, and it is off the wall. Rosen comes in to score. Boone comes through, and the game is tied at 1. Here's Doby, 2 for 22 in the World Series with 1 double. Ball 1 to Doby. 2 balls, no strikes. 3 balls, no strikes to Doby. Swings at 3-0 and lines out. No, he's foul. And he walks. So 2 men on with 2 out here in the 3rd inning. Here's Wally Westlake. He's 2 for 4 in the World Series. He singled in the opening frame. 1-1. Ground ball, and he's out the inning. But the Indians get the tying run, and after 2.5, it's 1-1. Here's Curt Simmons. Towering fly to left center, caught by Mitchell. Here's Ashburn. Led off the game with a double and scored, and here he gets on again. Here's Wyrostek. He advanced the runner in the 1st, which led to the opening run by the Phillies. And he gets on. So it brings up Smokey Burgess. He's 5 for 24 in the World Series. Ball 1 to Burgess. Very good hitting catcher. Ground ball to Boone. And he gets the 1. Here's Dell Ennis, 7 for 22 with a single RBI. And here's his 2nd RBI as he drives in the run. Once again, Ashburn scores, and it's 2-1 Phillies. Always playing from behind, the Indians are in this series. And that happens once again. So after 3 innings, it's Phillies 2, Indians 1. Easter strikes out. Tipton flies out. No, it's deep. It is gone. Joe Tipton ties the ball game with a home run. It's 2-2. Bob Lemon pops out. I just assumed bad things would happen for the Indians, and that's why I didn't see that home run coming. It's a reversed homerism. And Avila pops out. So after 3.5, we're tied at 2. Here's Hamner, the shortstop. And they don't get the leadoff hitter on. That's good news. Here's Ryan. We actually have a 1-2-3 inning. That seems unbelievable. But we do. So after 4, it's still tied. 2-2. Here's Dale Mitchell. And he's on with a hit. Brings up Rosen. Rosen singled and scored. 1-1 to Rosen. 1-2. Base hit for Rosen. Is he starting to heat up when we need him most? Here's Boone, who drove in the first Indians run in the third inning. See if he can keep it up here, although it's 2 men on and nobody out. This is a bunting situation. We'll take a pitch or two. See if we can get Simmons out of this game. He's in the 4th, we're in the 5th inning, sorry, and he has already thrown 86 pitches. I'm going to take a strike here. 3 balls, no strikes to Boone. He has the red light, and he walks him. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And the most valuable player of the American League is up to bat, although he has struggled mightily in this series. Bases loaded, nobody out for Doby. Strike 1 to Doby. Seems to strike out a lot. I guess so, with 113 during the regular season. He's struck out 9 times in the World Series and 27 at-bats. He's got to do better than that. They have had his number. 2 balls and 1 strike to Doby. 3 balls and a strike. Ooh. That one, swing and a miss. Maybe should have given him the red light, given his struggles. But he walks. His first RBI of the series is a bases-loaded walk. Brings up Westlake. He is 1 for 2 today, 2 for 5 in the series. Let's see if we can add it on here. Ball 1. Simmons is uncharacteristically struggling with his control. He's walked 9 in the World Series so far in 13 innings. Let's see, he had a 15-8 record during the regular season, the 2.45 ERA. Strike, 1-1 to Westlake. Low and outside, ball 2. Ball 3. Could he walk in another one? Fouled it off. Now these guys are wandering home. Might as well get back to third. Roll down third base line. It is foul. Stays alive. Grounded to third. What's going to happen here? Throws the first. He is out, but the run scores, and it's 4-2. Now there's 1 out and men on second and third for Luke Easter. 5 for 24 in the series. He's batting 166. He's a man of pride. He wants to do better than that. 2-1 to Easter. 3-1. And he walks. How many walks is that for? Let's see. Mitchell singled, Rosen singled, Boone walked, Doby walked, and Easter walked. That's the 3rd walk of the inning. And here brings up the home run hitter, Joe Tipton. Ball 1 to Tipton. 1-1. There's a change. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pop up. Will it get out of play? Will it stay in play? Looks like it's going to get out of play. So it's still 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Fastball, chin music, ball 2. 2-2, curveball. And it's low, ball 3. Fly ball down the left field line. No tagging up here. Must think it's out of play, and it is. So Tipton is 3-2, and this is the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And he walks. Can you believe it? It's 5-2 Cleveland. Brings up the pitcher, Lemon, who's 5 for 10 in this World Series, although he's 0 for 2 today. 113 pitches for Simmons, but he strikes out the pitcher, and it's 2 outs here in the 5th. Oh, the Indians would like to get some more with this opportunity here. They've blown leads in this series already. Here's Avila. Bad 300 in the season. 326 in the replay, 300 in real life, and is only batting 154 in the series. 4 for 26, 0 for 3 today. If he can only get one more hit, this would be the time. He rips it, foul. Still 1-2. Because it's more than 2-run lead, it's not giving pitch by pitch, it's just going one pitch mode. That's why it's already 1-2. Swings, and there's a fly ball, should be caught, and Ashburn makes the final out. So it's 5-2 Cleveland. Will they pull Simmons here? Nope. Leaving him in, and he pops up. Hopefully Easter will make the play. And he does. Get the cursor out of the way. Here's Ashburn, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Both Philly runs. And his ground ball to Rosen, and is close play but out. Here's Wyrostek. And he walks. That is the second walk of the game, given up by Lemon. Has no strikeouts. 2 out for Smokey Burgess, 0 for 2. He hits it high. The fans seem to like it, but it's going to be caught. So after 5 complete, it's Cleveland 5, Philadelphia 2. Here's Mitchell, 1 for 3 today. Simmons did not come up with his best effort when his squad needed it most here in Game 7. Rosen 2 for 3. He has come alive in this one, though he is out here. 2 down in the 6th. Here's Boone. He's been a key member of this offensive output for the Indians today, but he grounds out. So it is still 5-2. Here's Del Ennis. It's it high. It's a deep, but Westlake makes the play. Here's Eddie Whitekiss. He walks. The 3rd walk given up by Lemon. Here's Hamner. He needs to live up to his regular season success, but he flies out, lines out to Mitchell for the 2nd out here in the 6th. Here's Connie Ryan, the 2nd baseman. And he flies out. So after 6, it's still 5-2. Here's Doby. He had a bases loaded walk last time in the 5th inning for his first RBI of the series, and he strikes out again. How many is that now? That is number 10 here in this World Series for Doby. Westlake is up here in the 7th. He clobbered this one, it says, but it's going to be caught at the wall. Nice play by Wyrostek. Here's Easter, 0 for 2. He walks for the 2nd time this game. He's not a threat to steal it all. Here's the guy that tied up the game in the 2nd inning, or 4th inning, sorry. Joe Tipton with a home run deep to center field. And he strikes out here. So here's Willie Jones, 0 for 2. Long fly ball towards left center. And it is off the fence. In for a stand-up double is Willie Jones. And here is the pitcher, Bob Miller. Guess we didn't catch that they changed pitchers. That's why I'm not a real announcer, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Miller. Let's see. Will they keep him in the game? I can't imagine they would. Nope. Here's Jackie Mayo. He has no ties to the mob. I checked. And the organist is trying to get this fans going, making some noise, riling them up. Here's a fly to Mitchell, and he makes the play. Jones, goes to 2nd, back to 2nd. Here's Richie Ashburn, batting 11 for 27 in this World Series with an RBI and 4 runs scored, 2 of them today. And he grounds it to Rosen, who throws him out for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Wyrostek, 8 for 23 in the series. And he flies out, or lines out to Avila to end the inning. So after 7 complete, the score is 5-2. And yes, I will observe this pitching change. Steve Ridzik for the Phillies. This is his first action in the World Series. And as you can see, he's a happy fella. Rosen's on fire today. After only having 1 hit coming into this Game 7, he has 3 today. Or was it only 1? No, it's Lemon. Oh, I'm rusty, as you can tell. Rusty. But that is, let's see, how many hits is that for Lemon now? He looks like Rosen, okay? Okay, he is 6 for 12. The leading hitter for the Indians is the pitcher. So here's Avila. He can bunt. And since he's 0 for 4, that's perhaps what we should do. Although we have a 3-run lead. Oh well, we'll give him another chance. No, we shouldn't have. Flies out to center field. Rosen, who is a speedy runner, goes back to first. Here's Mitchell. Hits it hard, it's deep. But it's caught at the wall again. Wyrostek makes the catch at the wall. And here's Rosen. Here he is. As you can see, there's a family resemblance. Both wearing the same hat. Shallow fly. And nice play. Fans seem to like it. He dived, that's why. Maybe he didn't need to dive, but he did, and that's the last out here in the 8th inning. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Still 5-2 Cleveland. Here's Smokey Burgess. Hits it hard to Rosen, and he's slow, and he is out. Here's Dell Ennis, 8 for 24 in the series. He hits it shallow, but Doby, while he's having trouble with the bat, is having no trouble with the glove and makes the play. Here's Whitekiss, the first baseman. Ground ball to Vila. And that is it for the Phillies in the 8th. Here we are on the top of the 9th. 3-run lead for the Indians. Can they tack on a couple? Boone pops it up. He struggled in his last 2 at-bats, but we'll allow that since he was so good at the beginning of the game. Here's Doby. 2 for 23. Hits it hard. Sounded good, but it's not going anywhere. And he makes the catch. 2 out. Westlake. They're not giving him much of a chance here with a .037 chance of getting a hit. Maybe that's telling us something. Maybe we should bring in one of his friends. We'll bring in Suitcase Simpson. He's won at least one of these ball games with a home run, I remember. That's all he's done. Had that 3-run homer, one game 4 or 5. I can't remember which one. Here's Simpson. He'll take over and right. And he walks. Much better chance, as you can see. Here's Easter has a 10% chance of a home run off Ridzik. See if he can fulfill his potential. He does not. So we're going to the bottom of the 9th, ladies and gentlemen. Here in the Game 7. The Lemon is still on the mound. He's only thrown 96 pitches. He is pitching a very good ball game. He struggled early, but he has been lights out ever since. There's Hamner. Oh, the defensive lineup is not complete. So we better make it complete. Right fielder, Suitcase Simpson. There. Hope you're happy. Here's the first pitch to Granny. Every father wants to call his son Granny. And that's 1 out. Here's Ryan. Also Connie. That's another name every father wants to name his son. And Granny and Connie are 2 quick outs. Only 1 left for an Indians championship. Rosen throws it. Yeah, oh, that was by an eyelash, but he did throw him out, and the Indians win the World Series 2nd time. They are World Series champions. They're also the champions of 1950. So here's the box score. And Tipton really got them going with that home run in the 4th inning. Boone also had a very good game. The MVP of the game, as you may understand, Bob Lemon, his 3rd win of the World Series. He won Game 1, Game 4, and Game 7. The time of this game was 3 hours, 12 minutes. I guess we have to go elsewhere to see the play-by-play. Just want to recap how they scored those runs in the fifth. They singled. Mitchell led off with a single. Rosen singled. Boone walked to load the bases with nobody out. Doby walked with the bases loaded, scoring 1. Wesley grounded to the third. Rosen scored. And Easter walked to load the bases again. And Tipton walked. So Tipton really was the offensive star for the Indians here today. So another season is complete. The Indians are the world champions. And we will see you next time. Now, to update what's happening, where I've been, I have completed all the seasons of the 50s. And I'm just going through the World Series and the Anti-World Series now, and I'll bring to you any 7th games. And then we will start the best of the 50s tournament. And I'm just... the World Series champions get the #1 seeds. And so that's what we are going through right now. So be patient. More games will be coming. And I hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll see you next time. Like once again, this is King Icky Boo with Tiny Archibald coming to you from Philadelphia. Have a good day, everybody.